Hi, and welcome to Nothing Fancy Videos. And if you, Libra, were born on October 3rd, this video is all for you. Now remember, your ideal relationships, like many other of your fellow Libras, are Aquariuses, and their birthdays are January 21st through February 19th, and Geminis, whose birthday is May 21st through June 21st. It's much easier to keep the days than it is like, oh, what's your sign? What's your sign? So that is good for business relationships, love relationship, friendships, any relationship. Let's talk about you today. Let's decide, well, it's already been decided, but let's see what traits you have if you are born on October 3rd and how you can use them to your advantage. And then, let's see where that goes. You were born along with John Ross. Unfortunately, I cannot pronounce his Native American name, but he was a Cherokee chief. So you can do your own research and look and learn about him. Patrick Mason, this one I'm going to say was very interesting when I found out about him. Timothy Thomas Fortune, Glenn Hall, Chubby Checker, Kay Baxter, and Lindsey Buckingham. Lindsey Buckingham, you say? Why does that name sound familiar? Because he was in Fleetwood Mac. That's why. And Nothing Beats Holiday Road. I love that song by him. Now, what do these guys have in common with you? Well, pioneers and trailblazers. If you look at some of the things that these people did along in their lives and in their journey, you have some of those same traits. You're able to step out into the unknown and blaze your own trails. Second thing is, they've got resilience and endurance. I mean, honestly, how long has Fleetwood Mac been making music? Long time. Influence and legacy. These are things that you have, Libra. Yay! And don't forget, they also challenged the status quo, which was, it's interesting because I want you to take a look at Kay Baxter. She was a female bodybuilder, and so she was challenging the status quo when she was starting to break into that field. And she made some milestones, I feel. Now, they also have charisma and presence, which a lot of the Libras do, which I'm very surprised. If you listen to some of the other videos, even though you weren't born on those days, Libra as a whole has charisma. It just does. Perfectionism and high standards. Now, this one I found particularly interesting because if you look at Patrick Manson, he was the doctor who invented tropical medicine. So do your research. Like, that was pretty outstanding for that time. And then, of course, all of these people are advocates for change. Now, for you personally, justice is a passion for you. It feels like justice for you is more, well, it just seems to be like one of the top priorities in your life. You understand secrets and what lies beneath more than what others can see. You understand more than others when it comes to that kind of stuff. And you have good friends. And good friends, I mean literally, that last you a lifetime. Because usually the only way you get rid of good friends is if they are actually taken off this earthly realm. But like all your friends, they tend to hang around still. So that's a good thing, right? They're always close to you. Now, your career is important to you. And after a period, maybe you've already had it, maybe you're coming into it, of self-reflection, also known as midlife crisis. But we're going to call it self-reflection because it's much more beneficial if you do a self-reflection than the other thing. You might be able to find something that is even better. You may change careers altogether. But you're great with children, and you're going to have a huge impact in their life when you interact with them. Now, sometimes it may not always be easy to see that, but believe me, in the long run, you will be one of the people that they constantly remember when they are doing things or getting ready to do things. Now, your professions, some of the things that you might be really good at are anywhere in the legal profession, because justice, again, is a passion for you. Or a mediator. This is sometimes before they get there. And the other thing is because you can see things that are under the surface, then it allows you to be able to be a much more effective mediator. You can tell when people are doing things because they got their feelings hurt, or if they're doing it because it's really the right reason. That's very fascinating to me. And don't even forget that you could be a psychologist. Now, of course, I have all of this stuff written down. I do read my notes because when I'm making my notes for these kind of videos, I want to give you the best information possible. Now, because it is your birthday, according to everything, we're going to be giving you a reading using this deck today. So we're going to pull 2 cards, and we're going to see what we can come up with for you, because it is important that you know how important you are. Now, oh my goodness sakes. I hope that today is going to be such a very passionate, open, fulfilling day for you. But let's see what we've got here. So let's pull 2 cards, and we'll go from there, because you're worth it. All right, there's 1. And there's 2. All right, your very first card is Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Kind of falls right in with what we got going on here, of you being able to understand what lies beneath and having so many good friends. Now, one of the things is you're willing to do the work to have good relationships. And so that is being able to uplift people when they need it. And channeling good and uplifting messages for them is a really great way to continue that. Lemora, creating heaven on earth, is happening. You do this. You do this because you're willing to put in the work to make the relationships do what they need to do and last a lifetime. So keep in mind that, remember, okay, the balance between friends is a give and take relationship. So as long as you're always keeping in check what you're willing to give versus what you're willing to get, and make sure that your needs are also being met, you're not going to have any problem. I hope that you enjoyed this video all about you, and of course, happy birthday.